Hi everyone, Dr. Nemechek here. I want to touch on what I call a SIBO fingerprint. This is basically a set of symptoms you need to identify when you start treatment for SIBO, and it helps you determine when you might need to retreat for SIBO. Now for SIBO, SIBO, Small Intestinal Bacterial Overgrowth, just a quick review for everybody. So your intestinal tract is laid out. You've got stomach, small intestine, large intestine. These families of bacteria live up here. These guys live down here. It's a ratio of 1 to 100 million, okay? And SIBO is when you have these normal bacteria living up here, and that is what is triggering leaky gut most of the time, all right? We use inulin in children, rifaximin more in adults to take this condition and shift it back into this normal balance. Now, some patients, some adults need, say, rifaximin for just 10, 14 days. Others might need it for a prolonged period of time because they relapse. Same thing, if you use inulin and it's helping, often if you stop, you're going to relapse. How do you tell if you've relapsed and when do you need treatment? So this is what I call the fingerprint, in that the SIBO fingerprint, in that, make this bigger, everybody's a little different, okay? So when you get the fish up with the birds, it's going to cause some symptoms. Now, for me, I'll go into this, but it's kind of red wine and coffee will make me nauseated in a very strange way. But when I take a round of rifaximin, okay, those symptoms improve, or for me, completely go away within the first week, okay? Now, I'll take, say somebody gives me a 14-day course of rifaximin, and I stop. I won't have any symptoms right away, but maybe in a few months, I'll make something up, coffee and red wine, the similar symptoms will return. And that's when I'm like, oh, I need to be treated again, okay? They're often, it won't be necessarily all of them, but it is certainly some of them. The same kind of thing will come back. So what's really important is you need to write down what got better. Because trust me, 3 months later, 6 months later, you won't remember. People don't all the time. And so you got to have this. Now, why do I remember? Because I write it down in a chart for my patients, and I can teach them and coach them on all of that. But you can do this at home, all right? Now, so when you start your treatment and things get better, you got to write them down. Now, what kind of things get better? Well, you can break it down to, we've got gastrointestinal symptoms. So real obvious, diarrhea, you might have to have a bowel movement after eating, bloating or cramping, particular food intolerance. So some people, tomatoes and spices. For me, coffee, red wine, often with that is chocolate. In some people, citrus foods, certain fibers, certain lettuces, can be all sorts of things, okay? And then when they treat, boom, most of all that goes away. Reflux, heartburn kind of symptoms, okay? Then you have inflammatory symptoms. And this is from the leaky gut. People they're more achy, their joints hurt. I should add with me, this shoulder I had surgery on will start hurting in this unusual way. Some people get rashes, their eczema may flare, they may have more hives, things like that. You treat it, goes away, relapse, some of that stuff starts coming back. Other people have neurological issues, headaches, lightheaded, fatigue, anxiety, tics, stuttering. All of these things can be caused by, the headaches, lightheadedness, and fatigue can all be caused by autonomic injury, but they can also be contributed to or from just SIBO. And again, so I've had many people, they take 10 days of rifaximin, 14 days of rifaximin, and they'll be like, wow, my headaches, they were like every other day. Now it's maybe one a month, just like that, or so much more energy, or my anxiety is cut in half. Tics and stuttering will often just stop when you get the gut balance right. Now, important, and what's difficult is 20-30% may not have any symptoms. Okay, and it's that's going to be part of the future where we're going to need to have some testing to determine what's going on in people. And so that's a little more complicated to figure out for everybody. So again, quick review. When you get overgrowth, you got to keep track of your fingerprint. You got to write down those symptoms, okay? And then you have to listen to your body. If you're starting to feel bad again, that's a sign that you're going to need to be retreated. So I hope that's helpful for everybody. Don't forget to subscribe so you get more of our podcasts. Other than that, everybody have a great day. Take care now. Bye.